Okay, so I am on slide number 11. And on slide 11, here we have a model of the arm. And when you flex your forearm over your upper arm, what you do is you contract this muscle right here. This is called the biceps brachii. And when you do that, what you do is you extend this muscle down below here, which is your triceps brachii. Now, when you flex your arm like my arm, not this one. So when you flex your arm like this, the agonist is the biceps brachii, and the antagonist is the triceps brachii. Now, when you extend your arm, what did I just do? I contracted the triceps brachii and I extended the biceps brachii. So in this case, the agonist was the triceps brachii and the antagonist was the biceps brachii. So we have these muscles that work in opposition. And the reason they do that is for a smooth movement. So, you know, when I fold my forearm over my upper arm, it doesn't all of a sudden fall, right? Because why? Because I'm putting a little bit of resistance in with my triceps brachii. The other thing that we talked about when we look at this biceps brachii, so we have the biceps brachii here, and we said triceps brachii here, and oh look, what is that below? And so if we take the biceps brachii off, if we pull this one off, you can see down in there why that's the brachialis. And it's in basically a similar position to the biceps brachii. And it has, in some ways, a very similar function, which is to flex the forearm over the upper arm. And so, but it's not the main one. This is the main guy. This is the agonist here. This is just the helper. So we call it a synergist. Yeah, the helper, the one that helps the big guy, the one that helps this one, the biceps brachii, is the synergist. Okay, good. And then we had talked about how you have some muscles that are just there to keep stuff from pulling away, such as the rhomboids, and we call these fixator muscles. Okay, let me see what we've got coming up next. Let's keep on trekking. We talked about intrinsic muscles and extrinsic muscles. So an intrinsic muscle would be, you can see that the biceps brachii extends just across the joint. And so it's only one joint that it extends across. You can see that tendon there. And so it is an intrinsic muscle. Now, I told you to wiggle your fingers, right? I said, wiggle your fingers and you can feel it in your forearm. Well, it ends up, you have a bunch of muscles here in your forearm that are associated with your phalanges. Look at here. It's not muscles you have to know, but you can see that the tendons go all the way to your phalanges from your forearm. And so when you wiggle your fingers, you can feel this muscle contracting. And this is an example of an extrinsic muscle, one that spans many joints, because you have the joint here with the carpals and the radius and ulna, the joint here with the carpals and the metacarpals, and then the joint with the metacarpals and the phalanges. That's a whole bunch of joints that it spans. It's extrinsic. I'm going to stop right here.